Now to one of your favorite series, Kindness 101, where Steve Hartman and his kids share stories built around kindness and character and the people who have mastered those qualities. Today's lesson is in reciprocity. I love that word, reciprocity, for a lesson that Steve, when he reconnects with a Harvard student who wanted to not only recognize support staff at his university, but also celebrate them.
Good morning. This is Merrill.
And this is our lesson on reciprocity.
I think we're definitely going to need Emmett on this one.
Yeah.
Well, for the purposes of this class, I'm going to say that it means like rewarding kind actions. For example, if someone does something nice for you, you do something nice back for them.
So kind of like paying them back.
Kind of, but not because you feel like you have to, but because having a kind deed done unto you makes you want to do something in return. I think I have an example that may help. So let's turn now to our library of stories past and pull a piece that shows reciprocity in action.
No one has ever attended Harvard Law School for its sparkling glass doors or smudge-free countertops. In fact, support staff here say most students never even notice their efforts, with one remarkable exception.
He says, I just want to give you a hug and, say hi to you.
They say one day, this one student started thanking all of them.
Thank you for what you do.
And this is something very different.
I'm like, what is this kid's angle?
Food service worker Breon Merchant was skeptical.
Before that, but once I heard his background, that's when it just all made sense. I'm like, oh, you see us because you're one of us.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
That student is Rayan Staten. Before coming to Harvard Law, he worked in sanitation.
My job was to refurbish the dumpsters. I've heard people literally point to me and point to my coworker and say, like, don't be like them. I think it just reminds me to stay humble and just remember I wasn't always standing here.
Today, Rayan has not only maintained his humility, he has multiplied it.
Rayan started a nonprofit called the Reciprocity Effect. Its mission? To guarantee that from now on and forever, the support staff here at Harvard Law would not only be seen, they would be celebrated.
This was the first support staff awards banquet, honoring in Oscar-like fashion the custodians and cafeteria workers and everyone else who makes this place possible.
The feeling of knowing that you are appreciated will always go a long way, especially for those who don't know that.
I think that's what makes what Rayan did so special, is because you didn't even realize how unseen you were until you were seen. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is kind of nice.
Rayan Staten.
In the coming days, a lot of graduates will stand high on a stage, a great vantage point to finally see all the people who lifted them there.
You did it!
Rayan Staten joins us now. Welcome to Kindness 101.
Thank you for having me.
Why did you call this nonprofit the Reciprocity Effect?
That term for me was just really important because we don't see this as like charity, but rather reciprocity. There was already folks giving to us, and now we're just giving back.
Do you have any plans to expand your mission?
Oh, 100%. We see like a lot of different avenues for this, not just schools, but also organizations. And I just think we can help create a cultural shift in terms of how do we serve those who are already serving us.
What can the rest of us do to be more reciprocal in our lives?
One, I think just acknowledging those who we see around us, whether it be the janitor at the school or whether it even be a groundskeeper before you even get into the school. Just small acknowledgments will go a very long way.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one. Take care.
Before meeting Rayan, I used to think that kindness was just given, but really, it's loaned. Someday, some way, you do need to take that kindness and put it back into the world. We'll see you next time.
Until then, stay kind.
Stay kind, Merrill. We love your hat. That
Kindness
Rayan
101
has
doesn't
kindness.
miss.
It never does, but that Rayan has been staying kind for a long time. We've done
couple stories about him. But I love the reaction from one of the
Workers?
sports staff who said, didn't realize how unseen you were until you're seen. And
That's
just,
heavy,
I
Gayle.
like that, Nate. And
That
his
is
initial reaction.
heavy.
What's this kid's angle?
What's this kid's angle?
Very honest.
That was good.
Oh,
Man.
well done, Hartman family.